I'm Jeff Stormer, and I host Party of One, an actual play podcast focused on two-player role-playing experiences. Every week, I sit down with a friend.
J.R. Goldberg.
Alvaro, a.k.a. Wormtooth, formerly MC Blackwolf.
Danny Costello.
My name's Rich Howard.
I'm Sharung Biswas.
We play a two-player role-playing game. We share some laughs.
An absolute blast to play.
It was a delight to run my game with someone who got so into it.
It was so easy to do.
Seeing the creativity just blossom right in front of my eyes.
Maybe a few tears.
I've never had a game make me question my previously staunch moral compass.
Jeff makes the greatest serial killer.
And we have a really good time.
It's a great way to take a chance on a new role-playing game.
Truly exemplifies what is wonderful about a game with just two people driving the narrative together.
You can find new episodes every Tuesday at partyofonepodcast.com.
My name is Aram. Welcome back to Godsfall. Godsfall is a custom Dungeons & Dragons game that is played and recorded in Washington, D.C. and written and produced in Chicago.
Hi, my name is Steven. I'm playing the 5th level Dwarf Paladin, Torrvic Wildtongue.
My name is Doug, and I'm playing Dorro, Knott, the 5th level Halfling Rogue.
Hi, my name is Michael. I'm playing Xion Praeten, the 5th level Human Sorcerer.
Hi, my name is Kelly, and I'm playing Rina Falaval, a 5th level Wild Elf Ranger.
Previously on Godsfall.
When we last heard from Dorro and Rina, the players had been ambushed by Cyril Advantis, his lieutenant Tiago Reese, and about half a dozen of their henchmen. A badly wounded Rina was sprinting across rooftops with the god of sport in hot pursuit as Dorro teleported in behind both of them. Tiago caught the arrow the halfling fired at him and returned one of his own in a single deft movement, striking Dorro in the shoulder and rendering him unconscious.
Does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. A 16 hits you. Take 8 points of damage and roll me a Constitution save.
No. Yeah, no.
Okay. All right, so you okay, there is, yeah, you really should probably change that 20.
It doesn't, we all do that.
All right, so you, as you're running, as an arrow whistles by you, and you watch in horror as Dorro is struck right in his, let's say, left shoulder, and then collapses. I'd like you to roll a 20-sided die and call high or low.
Luck die.
I don't know, low. 17.
Okay. All right. You watch in horror as Dorro pitches forward and tumbles off the roof.
Okay, so Dorro failed his constitution roll from the poison Tiago applied to his arrows, which caused him to pitch forward and fall off the roof. In the meantime, Rina is still vaulting over rooftops, so Kelly, may I have an acrobatics roll, please?
24.
You get up to where a side street creates a large gap to the next building.
Can I, try and push, behind me, put my hand out, and try to channel divinity of bad luck?
I would like you to roll wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. Wait. I have one more lucky. 8.
Well, even with Tiago rolling with advantage on all physical rolls, I have a 1 and a 7, so your luck powers did work after all. You clear the ledge in a single graceful bound and roll as you hit the other side, sparing a quick glance backward as you continue to run. You see Tiago get caught up in a wash line and he has to take a turn to entangle himself. You also see the Queen and Caitlyn directly in front of you.
Time to move. I'd be like, time to move! And just
Okay, Joshua, Sirena, Caitlyn.
A few rooftops ahead of you, the Queen spots you sprinting toward her as Tiago untangles himself and draws his bow. She unsheaths her sword in response, and her shield gleams with a bright silver shimmer like you haven't seen before, and she appears to hum with divine energy. Caitlyn gathers the owlets into their slings and ducks behind the radiant Queen of Ani.
Okay, Dorro. He's out. He can roll Constitution.
16.
So, Dorro, you come around, groggy, and your entire body feels stiff and achy, like you have one large, giant bruise over everything. You try to open your eyes, but you physically can't seem to do so, and your hands are bound behind you with a gag in your mouth.
Can you still technically teleport even though you can't see?
Dorro can't teleport anywhere he can't see, and right now he can't see anything.
No, they took Escape Artist, so...
Well, you can still attempt to escape your bond, so go ahead and roll a sleight of hand against DC 17.
17.
You calm yourself and carefully, methodically begin working your hands free. As you do so, you feel someone grab your chest, easily pick you up by your jacket, and carry you a few steps before tossing you in the back of a wagon. You hear a door slam shut and a pair of horses begin to pull away.
Tiago.
Tiago would have to back up and get a run at the gap, but he has one more chance to hit Rina before she is out of his line of sight. He drops to a knee, draws his bow in a single motion, and tracks you for a second before he fires. Does a 19 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
24.
Well done. As you run up, the queen doesn't even hesitate as she drops her sword in order to tear the arrow out of your back, inflicting another point of damage. She drops it and clamps the hand over your shoulder, healing you for 20 points as divine magic energy courses from her and the tabard.
Yes, I forgot you could do that.
Okay, it's her action anyway. Joshua, Caitlyn.
Joshua is in the alley below, fighting off a pair of LaFleur's thugs, but seems to easily be handling her own. Caitlyn has run behind a wide brick chimney with the owlbears and drawn her dagger.
All right, Dorro.
Dorro, you're in the back of the wagon and working your hands free. Roll me a second sleight of hand, please.
11.
Okay, so you are struggling but not really getting anywhere. You hear a horse whinny as the wagon takes a sharp left and you slide across the floor, only to be steadied by a very strong hand. You have caused me quite a lot of trouble, Cyril says, as a second hand claws at your mouth and the gag is torn from it. Do you have nothing to say, Dorro? I've only taken your eyes. I've left you with your tongue.
You're gonna regret this.
No, not this time, my little friend. And he forces the gag back into your mouth. And this time we will not make the same mistake we made with your friend's unfortunate brother. Okay, so back up top. Tiago's on the opposite roof of you all, and he can see a god queen shimmering in moonlight, apparently, clearly healing Rina. So that's 2-on-1. Plus she's well armored. Now the other eye, he sees his boss pulling away in a wagon. So Tiago's going after Cyril.
Okay, so Tiago just popped the fuck out, right?
Like boom, boom, and then ran right back around the corner.
We're sort of out of initiative in that you're not being attacked, but he's still a round away from you if you wanted to chase him.
He shot me a lot of times.
Oh yeah.
So, so I just want to pot shot a sleep arrow. 2 sleep arrows probably.
Okay. I want a reflex save to see if you can catch him in time because he is literally leaping off a rooftop into an alley that is out of your line of sight.
Okay. 14.
Good enough to get 1 arrow off.
Okay, here we go. That's crit.
Are you using a sleep arrow, or what are you?
This was a sleepover.
Yeah.
Sleep arrow, yeah.
So he needs to roll Constitution.
Well, he can still deflect even when it's a critical, but I am betting at least some of that damage is going to make it through. His arm flies behind him instinctively as Rina's arrow shot towards his neck, but it was fired too quickly for him and cuts deep into his palm.
19 for damage. Okay, he rolls Constitution. The saving throw is the DC is only 14.
Okay, you can't see this, but you hear a loud crash from where he dropped down, which sounds decidedly ungraceful for the god of sport.
Oh, it's going to be a prisoner exchange. Joshua, Sirena, Caitlyn.
Okay.
I call for Caitlyn, by the way. Hey, Caitlyn, I need you. You should come over here.
Joshua has climbed up to the rooftop, and Queen Sirena has run over to Rina's side. Caitlyn runs over as well, dragging the owlets behind her.
Okay, Dorro.
Dorro. There is a loud crash in front of you, and then a whinny as the horses rear up and the wagon slams to a halt. You hear the door at the back of the wagon swing open and several people scurrying about.
All right, Tiago.
He's out for a certain amount of time.
Oh, what is
He's out for 3d6 minutes.
And I rolled a 1. He's out for the full
he's out.
Yeah.
6 minutes.
Yeah.
He's asleep.
He's
He's gone.
We got 20 minutes, pretty much.
You all gather at the edge of your rooftop and you see Cyril Advantis and 2 of his goons pulling Tiago from a pile of broken cabbage crates and dragging him to the wagon. Another pair of people dressed in crimson robes with shaved heads and arms painted gold stand watch over them. As the unconscious god of sport is loaded into the wagon, you get a glimpse of Dorro tied up and gagged on the floor. His face is turned towards you, and for a second you can see where his eyes should be. But instead there are just flaps of skin pulled tightly over empty sockets.
Can I see the horse?
Oh yeah, you can see both horses quite plainly.
I shoot the horse in the leg.
Yes!
So, 10.
You fire, but instead of striking the horse in the leg, it ducks its head just as you release the arrow, and the heavy leather and iron reins fall in front of your shot. The arrow deflects away harmlessly, but the horse is startled and they both take off, leaving their crew behind, including Cyril Avantis. Dorro, you feel the wagon take off and you are now bouncing around in the back.
And I still have more of my turn. I was going to yell Dorro, and I was going to shoot another arrow because I have another arrow. Okay, so I'm going to shoot for grabby hands.
You get Rina, shout Dorro.
And I'm shooting for grabby hands. Right. Okay, and I'm going to try... is aim shot a thing I can do? Can I, aim for his foot? But
we do called shots. We've been doing it because it's fun.
I'm good. I'm going for his foot. Add critical.
This is our very first sink of flesh of grabby hands, by the way.
23.
Yeah, that's a perfect shot. It sinks in just above Cyril's left ankle, carrying through to the other side and bearing itself into the ground. He doesn't scream, he doesn't flinch, he barely even moves as he slowly lifts his head to glare back at you.
Dorro, you're in a careening van, or whatever it's called.
You heard me shout Dorro.
Okay, well, all right. I guess I'll just try and... It still doesn't make sense. It's that no part of this yet has been there could be one guy on there who's like a ninja, or 5 who make no sound, and they're doing that on purpose because they know I'll try and slip my binds. So as soon as they do that, they just fucking kill you.
Well, then why don't they just kill you?
That's true.
I don't know, because they want to take me somewhere and interrogate me?
Well, then don't let them interrogate you. If they kill you, then at least they didn't interrogate you. They planned on killing you anyway.
Well, they also have Tiago Reese arrows.
They have a lot on their side, but maybe you should worry about getting your hands free first.
Okay. 12?
Not quite. The bonds are loose, but you'll need one more round to get free. So for now, you are still bouncing along in the back of the wagon as you careen toward... Perfect. As you careen toward the bay.
So you might start drowning. No, I'm...
All right. It's not the first time.
Turn to Caitlyn. She's sitting right next to me. I go, Caitlyn, this is really quick and right now, but I want you to channel all your deepest, darkest nightmares into the tip of my arrow right now.
Okay. I'll try. And she rolled a 2. So she did channel some of her nightmares, but her aim was just a bit outside. You hear a scream from behind you and turn to see Joshua, and she's on her knees and she has her sword waving about wildly as she stares crazedly, seemingly at nothing in front of you.
Damn. Okay, it was good, worth a try. Sorry, Joshua. Okay, so...
That was your bonus action.
Bonus action, yeah. Right. So the grabbing hands is nailed into the floor, technically speaking, sort of, kind of. Yeah. And then Tiago's asleep on the ground.
Yes. Well, no, he was thrown in. Tiago's in the back of the wagon with you.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. So I guess you would feel somebody. You feel an unconscious person next to you.
Body press against you. I guess I should have said that too.
Yeah.
Start feeling them up. No, through your bonds. Okay.
You know what would be the fucking weirdest part about all this? How fucking ham-fisted this becomes that I like accidentally fall onto Tiago Reese and kill him and take his powers. And like the wagon breaks and I like slowly push myself out and I'm like, I think I can catch arrows now.
It's just a feeling I have. I'm gonna go for grabby hands. We're just gonna shoot grabby hands. That's a natural 20.
Your second arrow strikes him directly in the chest and pierces his heart. You can see exactly where you hit him and how deep the arrow went, so you are absolutely sure of it. That was a kill shot. He still doesn't move and continues to stare right at you.
All right, so.
I'm about to shoot girl with grabby hands again.
Yes, okay,
blah, blah, blah.
so I would like a perception roll as you're lining this shot up.
Okay.
That was almost 8.
Yeah, that was cool. I can't do math.
Lucky.
22.
Okay, as you line this one up, you can see, you hear a tink tink, and you notice that the arrow has fallen out of his leg. It's just the wound is simply closing in, like it's like as if sap was closing in the hole of a tree.
Okay. All right.
Nor does he seem at all affected by the sleep arrows.
What about
remotely.
a nuclear explosion?
Possibly.
I launch a nuke at him.
Heal that bitch.
Right. Do psychological things. Be like, I bet your mother hates you.
If only I had vicious mantra. If I had vicious mantra.
Friday could pull that off.
Your hair is stupid.
Clearly, you've never been respected in your entire life. Your hair is stupid.
I hate your eyes.
Ugh.
So I still have the queen next to me. Josro's having a headache. I have my moves still. So can I start moving along the rooftops to get toward the carriage that had door?
Totally. Roll me acrobatics.
5.
Oh, okay. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just catch your foot at the next ledge. I would like a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, maybe I could do better at this. 19.
Okay, so you fall, but you fall about a story, so you're able to like flip and like, because it's like kind of like goes down and you're still up on the roof, so you're able to flip and catch yourself, but you can't proceed forward. You made it about 10 feet, and that's all you got for the ground.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, Josra, roll Constitution.
Roll stop thing.
Right, exactly.
Right?
They kind of roll
Rolling
tumble
from a
into
high
it.
distance or
Yeah,
something?
exactly what happened.
All right, Josra, roll Constitution.
No, she is freaking out.
Okay.
She signed up for this job.
Freaking the hell out.
Okay, Sirena and Caitlyn.
Sirena is bolting faster than she normally could run, and she's leaping farther than she normally could. And she bounds, and she's almost at the edge of the docks.
Okay, Caitlyn / Owlbears.
Does Caitlyn know that Dorro's in trouble? Yes. Yes, she does.
Yeah, so she hides.
Hang on. No.
She manifests a new ability.
Okay. Queen Sirena is bounding across rooftops while Joshua screams in fear and the horses charge headlong towards the bay. At this speed, they will crash into the water next round. Caitlyn sees all this and kneels down next to the sleeping owlets, gently placing a hand on each of them as her eyes roll and turn pitch black. Tendrils of that purple and pink astral energy stream out of her lightless sockets and fire toward the wagon, encircling it in a glow only the godlings can see. A second later, both horses buckle and slam into the ground. The wagon continues forward, breaking free from the reins and smashing into one of the horses, killing it instantly as it tips over and crashes on its side. The other horse screams and flails as huge slash marks suddenly appear in its neck and abdomen. Blood and entrails gush from the wounds as its neck is violently snapped back, silencing the poor beast as it hangs limp between the jaws of some massive, unseen monstrosity. Caitlyn lets out a soft gasp as she and the horse drop to the ground simultaneously.
The wagon has crashed and rolled onto its side. I would like a dexterity save from you.
Probably not. Do I do this at disadvantage?
No.
22.
You are, just as you're thrown out, you finally get your hands free. You feel yourself slide along and are flung into the air, and you manage to get your little feet under you enough to do a little tuck and roll, and you kind of roll, bounce, roll. You're still going to take damage because that thing was going pretty fast, but you're able to take half damage. So take 8 points of damage as you tumble down the embankment and like slam into a post.
And that would be a 4 Constitution save for losing over half of my hit points.
Oh no! So you slam into a post and are unconscious, and you see a little sack of Dorro just unconscious and broken and bloodied and bruised.
And eyeless.
And eyeless.
No. Okay, Grabby Hands and Tiago Reese.
Okay, Grabby Hands is back.
He's dead. I mean, he's not dead. But
Not dead, but he's
out.
Yeah, he's definitely out of this action. So Tiago.
Roll for damage for him though, because he presumably tumbled out of the carriage. Right,
because Tiago Reese was in the carriage. Okay, Tiago Reese was thrown.
He's still asleep. He was asleep,
Yep.
knocked out for like 20 minutes.
Okay, Tiago Reese is, they both rolled next to each other. He slammed into a post. Tiago Reese rolled past him and just fell and splashed into the water, and the body, is sinking into the water.
Oh,
no. Save Tiago Reese.
All right, Grabby Hands.
Okay, does something. Okay, are you staying here facing off against him, or no? Because you ran and then fell a whole thing. So he's out of your.
She stopped herself though, and she's
right, but out of her eyesight because he's now out of your eyesight.
He was on the ground, or was he on a roof?
He's on the ground.
In that case, then I suppose Dorro, you can roll, I guess, Constitution to wake up.
No, Dorro's out cold.
He's out.
He's not waking up at any time.
He is out of initiative.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. All right, then Rina.
The queen is right at the dock, like right there, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. And she's pretty much next to Dorro, I assume. Like
next round she will be.
Okay. And Caitlyn's conked out. Do I see that Caitlyn's conked out?
It's a story above you.
Okay.
No, you wouldn't have seen that. No.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. But I saw the queen jump. So, okay, hold on.
Yes.
I saw, and then Josra's still making noise. Like, I can hear Josra.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you got lots of people to take care of right now.
First, I'm going to get back up to the top of the roof.
Okay.
Where I was before.
So, roll me a athletics to climb.
Okay. 22.
Yeah, no problem. Bounce, bounce, bounce. You're right up there.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I see Grabby Hands anywhere?
Perception.
17 plus 7.
You cannot see him anywhere.
Nowhere?
No.
Okay.
But you're very sure you're not seeing him.
Well, fuck him then. I'm going to head back over to Caitlyn and Josra, and I'm just going to probably go into protective and hold, I'm going to go into protective stance between the two of them.
Josra is snapping out of it by the time you get there, and it's like...
I put a hand on her and say it's okay.
Where's the queen?
She went that way, toward Dorro.
Okay, and she would start that way.
Right.
Okay, so the queen just bounds off the roof, so a full, I'd say 15 feet straight down, and boom! Lands directly next to Dorro. Whap! Hand right on Dorro. You are healed. I need you to roll a Constitution save.
15.
Okay, you scream as the most blinding pain cuts across your face. Holes tear in the skin around them, and the mucus and forms of your eyes reform over the next half a minute. And all you guys can hear is the piercing screams of Dorro right now.
Damn. Okay.
Yay. Okay.
Her whole arm is trembling because she cannot. If she realizes what she's doing, and if she breaks focus, yeah.
Okay, Grabby Hands.
See if she gets a perception.
Grabs Queen Sirena and stabs her neck.
All right, so Queen Sirena does not make her perception roll, and she does not notice Grabby Hands becoming uninvisible behind her. So basically, he's gone from invisible to visible, and he's coming up behind her, and will be behind her on the next round.
Dorro.
Roll me one more Constitution roll. Roll well.
About 10 instead.
Your eyes are still forming and you're still screaming, but you're not unconscious.
Is Caitlyn waking up at all?
Yes, Caitlyn's coming to as well.
Okay. And I'm hearing Dorro screaming.
Yes.
All of this is happening.
as is Caitlyn. Yes, but she's really weak and really dazed and confused. There's nothing else she can do.
Dorro taught you to hide. Do it. And start running toward the screaming.
All right, I want acrobatics.
Okay.
Just to run around along the rooftops.
12.
12. Okay, you will be there by the next round. You don't fall off, but you don't get there quickly.
Okay.
Okay, Josra.
Josra. Okay, Josra's awake too.
Heading towards the queen.
Right, and she was already heading towards the queen. Oh, well, yeah. Okay, so Josra gets right to the edge, pulls out a bow, and fires the first person she sees, which is Grabby Hands. And also shouts, nails him right in the neck. So he pauses for a sec and turns.
Okay, Grabby Hands.
Okay, Grabby.
Sorry. Sirena.
Sirena grabs Dorro and leaps clear onto the roof and is running straight backwards. And Josra is retreating with her.
Okay.
Nice. All right, I don't know how she did that.
Yeah, wasn't she doing my eyes?
Yeah, she was. And
She
she's
did. She
done.
already did.
So
That
she
was
just
last
leapt
round.
with. She basically
She finished?
wrapped you up in her arms and leapt onto the roof as they were finishing off.
Right, Grabby Hands.
Grabby Hands is going to try and stop her, force her to stop while they can still see her. So you could like, you feel her, all of her muscles tense up around you, but she breaks out of it and she's running. So her and Joshua are running full speed. She's got you in your arms. You are now fully conscious.
Interesting. Now, I'm not there, but noticing this as a listener, I now know that Grabby Hands' powers works not only on godlings, but also mortals.
Oh, yeah.
All right, because, the God of Order was set up to, control the gods, but apparently
Correct.
more than that.
His power, I mean, you guys could, it doesn't share too much to tell you this, but his power is about, when I say control, it's about control. He's crafting flesh. He's a flesh crafter.
He's fucking Zamishi.
He is. He's Samishi. Oh, yeah.
Why don't we just go to his mansion, burn that shit down?
Yeah, burn that shit down. Take all of his dirt and spread it and stick some salt in it. There you go. Done.
All right.
All right.
Now, on to the gangrel.
Yes. Now, who just acted?
So, okay. So
Grabby Hands just acted.
Grabby Hands missed. The two of them are running backwards
So now it's Dorro's
towards
turn.
the rest.
I pass out.
Yeah, that's sensible. It would be. It's just been
It's either that or
exhausting.
I'm going to have to work out some kind of sanity roll.
No, I got you. It's been a lot. So you would probably just slump unconscious in her arms. I could totally see that. She's going to football carry you. So they are boom, boom along the roofs and
I
coming
see
back
them.
towards you.
Okay. So we're just going to keep running, and I'm going to grab Caitlyn in the bag.
That seems sensible. Okay. So Joshua grabs a couplet. You grab a couplet. You're all running. Where are you running? There are boats in the harbor.
But they're there.
Well, there's a long
Grabby
harbor.
Grabby Hands is on the dock, though.
That's
on the
true.
boardwalk.
Yeah, that's true.
We're on the east side, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Is Sirena giving any kind of direction to where she wants to go? Because they're, technically speaking, probably they might be in front of me.
Yeah, I mean, the Queen Sirena is looking. She's basically running. You're kind of running parallel to the edge of the docks right now, right? And she's looking and she's looking and she's looking, and then she's like, "That one," and she points to one of the ships.
Okay. Is it sailing any kind of sail? I look.
Roll perception.
30.
It's running a series of flags, actually. There are flags for tariffs to the south, there's flags for tariffs to the north, there's flags for tariffs east and west. I mean, this ship has been all over, and it's clearly doing business in every port up right to the edge of the world storm.
How many masts are on this ship?
There are 2 masts on this ship, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
That's one.
I happen to know which ship this is.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
All right. So you're all making a beeline for it, I take it?
Making a beeline, I guess.
Okay, so you all, run, scramble down, run across the docks, and make it to the edge of the ship, where a portly man sees you all running up and recognizes Dorro. Get on the ship, and waves you all on board. Has his men pull up the planks really, really
Would it
quickly.
be bad if I tried to roll insight as he yells that at us to see if he's lying or not?
Well, yeah, sure, go ahead.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Because she's on high alert. So, 15.
Yeah. No, he's not lying. He seems very earnestly concerned.
Okay.
And he's already telling his men to pull up and away.
Some people. Yeah.
And they would
is a loose term.
They would literally
I might owe him
be
money.
at sail
You're right.
within 5 minutes. It's a well-trained, small but well-trained crew. You guys are, brought inside. Dorro is laid on a table, and this large, about 6'4" portly gentleman pulls out this huge curio, and every single drawer has a different herb or a different thing inside it, and he's like kind of runs his fingers over one, opens one, pulls out some sort of root, snaps it under Dorro's nose, and boom, Dorro's awake.
Ah!
Dorro.
What?
And Uncle Dobos is in front of you.
You again? I'm fine. Get off me.
All right, let's stop you guys right there. That's perfect. All right. Other team. Now, you guys had just done a lot. You had saved an entire clan of orcs. Several dozen did perish in the, firefighting, but
Right,
frankly,
well, they would have anyway.
Yeah, you guys stopped a giant forest afire. They all would have died anyway. So well done. After that, I believe Uragosh gave you the information to go north. Wait, were you going north?
We were seeking Seeker Stones.
Right.
So he brought us north. We passed by a village and used our power to free the slaves.
Yes, you did.
And who are not necessarily very grateful about that.
Well, they're kind of freaked out.
They were a little freaked
Yeah.
out. So I've learned maybe I should be a little more judicious in my
Right.
use of force.
Right.
But I can't help it. I'm the god of force. So,
Right,
I'm gonna be
exactly.
forceful.
Yeah, it's not like it's subtle.
And we made our way north to this sort of cosmopolitan mixed town of lots of different types
Of slaves.
creatures. Of slaves,
Right.
orcs, and humans. And, they were gearing up for something or another. I don't remember quite exactly what.
Harvest. There was the rice harvest, remember?
Yeah. For, cranberries. And
No, rice.
Red
Red
rice,
rice.
but I like the cranberries better. And
Cranberries wouldn't make sense in this environment.
Cranberries make sense in every environment.
No, they don't. They're very
Cranberries
limited.
are harvested?
Yes.
It's a giant pool.
It's a bog. It's a big bog.
Well, that's where we had to slosh through a bunch of bogs.
Well, it's a swamp.
Right.
Yeah.
So when
Swamp
you put your
bog,
berries in there,
Anyway,
they turn into cranberries.
But it's only a swamp like a couple months out of the year. And that's enough time to get the rice done.
The slaves
Yes.
like
It's
summertime.
very careful planting of cranberries.
I'm pretty sure cranberries have to be year-round in the water, right?
Whatever, I don't care. Red rice, I get it. Whatever.
Okay, that's good.
And so they were gearing up because a lot of slaves had been missing and disappeared by some strange and unknown force. Right. We then continued to, we joined the party of people looking for these people, like what's a dragnet sort of thing.
Yeah,
and,
basically.
And we came upon a disgusting beast that would wrap its vines into humans or whatever.
Whatever it came across.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever
to make
humanoid
them
thing.
scream out of a
To
vine
scream out of
stuck in
their
the back.
flesh holes.
Out of their flesh hole.
Yeah.
We quickly realized that, yes, this was a problem.
Didn't have any problem using non-subdual damage on that.
No.
Quickly smote the
We smote the beast,
abomination.
the abomination.
Smart.
After its attempts to destroy us, which could have been successful, but were not. We took the Seeker Stones under it. Yep. And
Did we
now I
find out
have
the treasure?
6 wonderful... yeah, we got some
Yeah,
treasure.
you guys did find treasure. Because it had been a long time. I mean, it was clearly... It wasn't like this thing's a dragon hoarding a big pile of gold or something. You know what I mean?
Right. But I do take the Seeker Stones. Because, yes, we have 3 new batteries we can make whenever I get a chance.
Yep, absolutely. These are good, solid, nice
solid,
sized
uncracked
Seeker
Seeker Stones.
Absolutely.
Ready for use.
Healthy as a horse.
Yes.
Yep.
And so now, basically, we're deciding, I guess, what to do next, which
Correct.
would be go back to Flat Rock.
Right. So I assume you all have made your way back to this town.
No.
No, you're not. You're just going to bypass it, go right back
We're going
home.
to bypass that
Okay.
town. Yeah, guys, I think it's best we stay away from the eyes of all of these people that are after us. Maybe it would be better if we just sort of camped out.
Pera is familiar with these areas, roughly. I mean, he hasn't spent a lot of time here. He doesn't spend a lot of time in the slaver towns. He has spent most of his time in the free states. And so he has a distaste, a personal distaste for these areas. And he would agree with you. It's like, yes, we should
I've
not go
already
back.
obviously
How
registered
far
my
away are we
distaste
from
for
the
them, too.
town? Where we camp?
I would say maybe a 4-hour journey away. Not
okay.
that far,
But
but far
far-
enough.
far enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's late at night.
It's not like a walk.
It's late at night. It's like
So we
10
walked
p.m.
4 hours into this fucking swamp.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You went far and
We
deep
can-
into it. Far and deep east.
I guess, roll survival and look for a raised area that won't sink into the bog for us to set up a little camp.
Okay, absolutely.
12. I'm unhelpful. I can't find it.
Okay, and neither is Pera. So the two of them are not
Can
helpful
you find
at
us a
all.
place to stay?
Finding any
Are
place
you
to
kidding
stay.
me?
And they start panicking and they're
I'm
like,
a terrible boy
I don't want
scout.
to sleep here. Oh, it's so awful.
We're gonna die here. We're gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
19.
Yeah, so you find this wonderful
Torrvic just like stomps his foot and goes,
right.
"Up here,
Right here, we got
20 feet to the right, there's this perfect dry mound. There's actually a little pile of, there's for some reason a little pile of wood.
There's a tent already.
Right.
So we set up camp and bed in for the night. We'll have to do watches, of course.
That would be sensible.
I'll take the first watch, and then I guess Pera, and then you. Or Uragon, too, right? So,
Oh, right, he's with you, isn't he?
Uragosh.
Uragosh offers to take first watch if everyone else wants to just rest.
Perfect.
All right, well,
And
I
just
will
out.
go to sleep.
All right, as you're going to sleep, you see Uragosh, he like finds a tall plant
Uragon.
or like half dead tree.
Was it? I thought it was Uragon.
Uragon.
Oh, is it Uragon? I'm
but-
sorry.
but-
Uragon Batash. Right.
Yeah, Uragon Batash.
Right. Okay. So there's like a half-dead tree, and Uragon, just kind of deftly climbs up into it, takes a lotus position, and it just seems to be meditating, almost like the elves do when they're resting. And so you and you guys are snuggled
little
up.
cuddles.
Yeah, exactly.
You're all dead.
Bye.
You wake up dead.
But you don't.
First watch goes fine. Who's on second watch? Okay.
I didn't claim anything. I'm
All
not
right.
asleep.
Let's assume that in 4 hours you're woken up.
What? Who did it? Who's there?
Does your watch, my friend?
You're watching. It's not my turn.
Okay. All right. Then he would turn. He would wake up you.
Okay.
Does your watch, my friend?
Yeah, let's get some sleep, my friend.
And he would just go back into his same seated position. I know he would actually lay
Stay
down
strong,
and sleep.
All right.
Right. I would like.
Xion enters a fervent panic.
I would actually. So
I hear like sounds. Of,
so
I have a torch.
When you wake up, Pera kind of wakes up too because you guys are cuddled together, and you kind of sit up and start to take watch, and he kind of curls and puts his head back into your lap and lays there and falls back to sleep while you're
panicking.
Panicking, yeah, basically. I would like you to roll perception.
He's gotten used to falling asleep and panic breathing.
Perception. 21.
Oh yeah. So you hear there's this weird kind of howl about
hyper aware
20 minutes into your watch, and it is like this low guttural howl, like this kind of reverberating, kind of watery guttural howl, and it sounds like it's maybe 60,
How can
70
that fucking turtle
feet
be out here
to the east.
Okay, I wake everybody up.
Okay.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
All right.
Oh my God! What?
Okay, so you wake everyone up.
Again, what is it this time?
There's a beast!
Okay.
A beast!
All right, so you all listen, right? Perception rolls.
14.
23.
Yeah, okay, you listen, and it is the rumbling of an alligator.
It's just a gator. Everyone needs to calm the fuck down.
Well, tell it to go that way. Tell it to go that way. Or tell us to keep the other creatures away from us.
I reach out. Hey, what's going on?
Hello.
How's everything going with you?
Things are well.
All right. Do we need to be worried about anything around here?
No worries at all.
Are you hungry?
Always. Well, no, I did eat 9 days ago, and as a crocodile, I can do that. But sure, I am hungry.
Most self-aware animal I've ever met.
So I search around for like a bird or something, like a large bird in the area.
Okay, all right, yep, you got a bird.
Hey, birdie!
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing? Come
I'm
over
great,
here
I'm
for
great,
a second.
I'm great, okay, I'm coming. Okay, I'm here.
And I'm gonna like say, all right, go like 10 paces
Okay,
this
I'm over
way.
here, and I'm here, and I'm right here, and I'm right over.
And then right to the alligator.
And there is like, you know, and like a little disconnect, like, and then there's like chomp, 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 munch, munch, munch.
So you got my back now?
Yes.
Right. Boom, right out.
I guess, nature,
It's Darwinism.
I have to say, I'm kind of falling in love with his beast lord.
Right. It's kind of fucked up.
Yes, because they all do that. They're all like, no, don't kill any animals.
I know.
Yeah, right?
No, it's
I
fair.
think it kind of works, actually.
He's the paladin that understands.
It's completely fair. All right. Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, the alligator will poop, and that poop will feed worms, and those worms will be eaten by that bird's kid.
I mean,
So,
sure, but the bird poop too is all I'm saying. All right. So, yeah. So
Okay. Who's going to be able to defend us better, the alligator or a bird?
That's fair. So you all go back to bed, I assume.
except for me, of course.
Okay. I'd like another perception roll.
15.
You're on watch for a while, and then you hear like a,
Okay, knowledge nature.
It's a frog.
Yeah, whatever. 16.
You don't know what this is.
Okay, well, I feel bad for last time. I didn't want them to know.
Right.
So, just sleep, babe. It's okay.
Okay.
And I'll just hold out my my torch, and I'll just keep looking out.
Okay, well, you can hear it definitely coming from, it's like 30 feet over here. There's some, thick brush and everything.
Gator, get that thing, please.
You have no way to talk to the gator.
Well, I just say that out loud.
Sure, yeah. Okay, so, gator, get it! And then there's just, crickets.
Until I see anything, I'm just going to keep.
There's a little rustling of leaves over there.
All right. I hurl a force projectile towards those leaves.
So just roll right.
Yeah. Like a shotgun of force.
I mean, add your dex modifier.
Yeah, 0. So 12.
Okay. All right. So there's you just blast this, and you see all this brush and trees and vines, move, be knocked to the side, and then sway back into a position. And then a second later, there's a large owl just kind of flies up and out of a bush and flies away.
That's right, Owl. Get the fuck out of here.
Rest of your watch goes well.
Great.
All right.
I tried to sleep.
Yeah. All right. Who do you wake up next?
Well, I try to wake up Torrvic. Torrvic!
What?
It's your turn.
All right, let's go. Anyway, I call out to the alligator.
Yep, he's there.
Hey, bud, come over. I want to talk to you.
He's got a big old belly filled.
All right.
He just kind of lays down and rolls over.
Yeah, that's a good alligator.
Yeah, there's also
How would you like to scare the shit out of one of my friends?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oinkers is with us. Oinkers arrived, flew in when Pera was down. Pera was all had lost his power.
That's right.
Oinkers flew in, had a message attached to her as a bird.
Yep.
We took off the message. The message said, in cryptic terms, they're in Port Bliss.
Right.
And then Oinkers is with us.
Right.
So,
Sorry, I forgot about Oinkers. Oh, shit. Right. So Oinkers is here. Oinkers is here
and helped save the day against that creature.
And
remember?
is passed out cold next to you, snoring. That is what Oinkers has been doing, and still continues to snore.
Oinkers, wake up! It's our turn to watch.
And Oinkers and then there's his face with an alligator, and freaks out and scuttles backwards.
It's fine. He's our
boom,
friend.
she's a larger alligator, and roar!
Oinkers, calm the
Other
fuck down.
alligator roars, and everyone wakes up.
A pink alligator.
Yep. So there's 2 roaring alligators, which wakes up everybody.
All right. I scream.
Yeah. Right.
Calm down!
Pera
Everyone
wakes up and
calm
screams.
down.
I hate the outside. I hate it.
There's 2 huge bolts of fire into the air, and the whole area lights up, and your alligator goes sprinting back into the marsh. He's just gone. He's like, fuck this.
Everybody calm the fuck down!
Oinkers is just pacing back and forth yeah.
Oinkers, back to pig form now!
All right, well, I think we've got enough sleep. Let's go.
Get about 8 hours of rest.
Yeah,
I'm literally 5 minutes into my shift. You haven't slept all night yet.
Time to go.
Yeah, I mean, You've all slept for now 8 hours because it was 4-hour shift and 4-hour shift. So it's been 8 hours.
Yeah.
So dawn is starting.
I've slept for 8 hours.
You slept 8 hours.
You
I
slept
slept for
Yeah.
4 or 5 or something.
Right. Which means
But
you won't get your
I rolled a
spells.
really good Constitution roll when he had me do that.
But you won't get your spells back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a long rest.
Oh, you haven't cast any of your spells. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. All right. So dawn is starting to break, or it's like actually about an hour until dawn.
Right.
Yeah.
It's good to leave in the night.
Yeah. All right. So where are
What
you
touched me?
heading?
What was that?
Where
branch.
So Aragon, lead us back to Flat Rock.
Okay. Sure. Absolutely. Aragon's like, I can do that.
He comes back.
All right. 20. All right. This is fine.
And not by the way of any civilization, if possible.
No, he takes you through a series of back hills, always, sometimes close to areas, sometimes not, but always out of line of sight. He clearly knows these roads and these areas and these surroundings very, very well. And by, I'd say, midday, you're now back, right? How long would it take?
It's a day.
Yeah, so
toward the evening.
I say, it's about 2 hours until dusk. And you guys arrive. You want to go where now? Back to
Flat Rock.
Okay, so you go back to Flat Rock. There is a lot of activity. There's still a lot of people pulling down all the equipment and bringing back the agrantes that were used as labor, and also there's wounded being tended to. So many things are happening. Before you even get to the town, you are met by guards that basically pop out of like under a brush and behind rocks and shit like. That run up and Aragon talks to them. Who speaks Orc? Do any of you speak Orc?
No, but I could.
Okay, well, they're speaking Orc.
Right.
Well, Aragon can speak Orcish.
You can speak Orcish, right?
I can't speak Orcish. Well, Aragon, isn't he?
He's
Orc?
talking to them in Orc. I'm asking if you guys can understand
right.
Orc.
It's not
Yeah.
important enough for me to spin a spell on this.
Okay, fair enough. So they're just like talking
bantering,
back and forth, and after it's orc, and then after scouts have been over to Clan Deathhammer. They have gone to see around the town to see what was up, to find out if anything's going on. Apparently, it's completely burnt out. The fire, if it was set by them, it seems to have destroyed the entire city.
Deathhammer, the clan, is now burnt out. The whole.
We don't know what the fuck happened. We don't know what
entire
happened.
civilization.
From what they can see, the entire city has been destroyed. All of the posts, all of the ramparts, everything set up between here and there is gone. There are clearly survivors, but the city is gone.
Clearly, it wasn't them setting the fire then.
Or it was. All we know is that the head of this Deathhammer clan right now, the vision that we saw atop the Union, which changed my actions, because at first I was like, let's be friends, but now I'm like, oh, no. So the vision that we saw was of this female orc who raised up her hands, and all of her orcs around her slit their throats and then rose up as zombie orcs to follow her. So she's the god of death. I'm assuming she didn't just kill herself. But maybe that means that orcs are on the move north, and decided to have a scorched earth policy.
How long have those black orcs been down there? For a really long time, right?
Yeah.
Keep picturing a challenger comes and kills this orc who's war fervent or something, and he wants to move all the tribes to just sweep through the continent, because now that he has the death power, what army can possibly... Well, I have a theory.
Just
Someone
tell
came and killed her and took it, because if they've been down there the whole time with the power and they haven't moved, she probably wasn't that conquest hungry. Otherwise,
how long did she have the power?
Right, we've only had it for less than a year, so...
Well, but you would have moved within a week if you found out you could have done this.
I mean, people are still emerging.
Well, she's had it for at least some time, because we've seen it in the tower. We've seen that she has the power at least to raise the dead.
Yes.
So
raise sentient dead.
We don't know that part.
No, I mean, it was pretty obvious. You've seen zombies, right? You've seen zombies raised. You've seen how they act. They're basically shambling, mindless things that just claw and grasp. These things, they were clearly dead, but they rose and they cracked their bones and they looked at each other and there was interactions. I mean, these things were dead but sentient. That was very clear.
Okay. Well, I think it's time for us to have a little powwow amongst the godlings.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I would ask if Torrvic and Pera.
Now, I'm sorry. At this point, Uragon has turned to you all and said, I have to help my people make preparations for
what?
To go and offer assistance. They're going to. It's now a rescue mission as far as he's concerned, and others seem to agree. I mean, there's no point. They've been trying to not fight them forever, okay? And they keep getting attacked by them, and they keep defending themselves. It's over. It's done. Their entire civilization is destroyed. Anyone left needs their help, so they're going to offer it.
I think that's a brilliant idea, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they are actually all dead. They may have marched.
No, they understand. No, I mean they're taking care. You can see that there are soldiers that are lighting up too, but they're getting I'd say they're the Grantas that aren't exhausted are being loaded up with these huge wagons, and supplies are being loaded up, and guards are assembling. It'll take them a couple hours, but they're getting ready.
Well, it's the middle of the night. Are we going to do this in the day? What is your plan?
People are dying. They're going to go now. Besides, with orcs, they all have night vision, so the night isn't the same to them.
We'll likely join you. Give us a moment.
Sure. No, you take your time. We'll just be over here.
All of our kind is being eviscerated one by one.
Torrvic.
What?
Your counsel.
What does that mean?
What do you want to do? What do you think we should do?
Why? I thought we were getting the stony things.
We got the stones. Now what?
I don't know. Where are we going to go help them?
We are going to go help them, right?
Well, I would say yes, but
aren't they the ones that are trying to kill us?
Who? Deathhammer?
The Deathhammer guys.
Well, if they've been pretty much obliterated, then this is an opportunity to make peace between these two.
With what? There's nothing left of them.
With the disparate forces that still exist.
And I look around to the rest of the armies that are not trying to kill us. We've got enough friends.
You never have enough friends.
Can never have enough friends. We need to figure out at least what happened to them. What happened to Deathhammer? Because if she is still on the move, she could be a major problem for us in the future. Or she could be a major ally for us. Either way, we have to meet her.
So why don't we let them go try to save whoever they need to save, and we go try to find her?
Well, if we go with them, we can find out where she went, maybe. I think is that what you're saying?
I mean, the only way to figure out where she went, if she went anywhere, is to talk to the survivors.
Okay.
Yes.
Why don't we just go back to Port Bliss where everyone else is?
How?
Horns are blowing.
I mean, you can get there, and Oinkers can get there, and if that's what you really want to do, you can. Pera and I cannot move as fast as you or Oinkers.
No, I'm not going to leave you guys.
Well, that's the thing. We don't have
No,
a boat.
split up into 4 groups, please. Please do that. Please fucking split up into 4 goddamn groups.
That sounds like a great idea.
Jesus
You can go
Christ.
get the 2 other artifacts that we couldn't get to. And then we
Oh,
can all
just
meet up to
kill me.
Hogsy.
No, he's not. No, he's absolutely fucking not.
I'm
No.
going to Utea.
You know that meteor?
Aram got bullhead and was like, I'm going to have 2
That
split
meteor
stories.
suddenly gets
They went
here,
into 1 story,
and
I'm
you're
going to
all
do 2.
dead.
Now we've got 3.
You land straight in the middle of the hurricane. You're all dead.
Godsfall is written, produced, and edited by myself, Aram Vartian. If you want up-to-the-minute information about the podcast, you can follow me on Twitter at GodsfallDC. Special thanks to our good friends at BattleBards for giving us access to their incredible catalog of richly produced sounds. Be sure to check them out at battlebards.com. And a special thanks to all of our loyal Patreon supporters. Without you, this show could not continue. If you'd like to support Godsfall, get access to exclusive Patreon supporter content, and get episodes of Season 3 before they're released publicly, head over to patreon.com/Godsfall. That's all from us this week. We have original maps, art, character sheets, and more on our website at godsfall.com. as well as links to our Patreon account and official Godsfall t-shirts. So see you next time in the world of the Five Kingdoms.